Okay, I think we're live. Are we live? I have to check something. Okay, we're gonna do. There we go. We are live. I'm just getting rid of a notification. So, everybody, I am winging this today. This is my first time going live, and I have pretty much no idea how this works. But I really felt called to do some live readings. My intention here is to actually figure out how to do this. And I am the type of person that learns kind of by fire, by just jumping into things. So that's what I'm doing. But I would really like to start doing some live readings and actually answering questions for specific people on these live readings. Just pull a card or two to answer questions. I don't even know how to see comments right now. So let's get going. It looks like I'm seeing comments. So if you have a question that you want answered on today's live, then post them below and I will answer with a card or two. We'll get a message from Spirit for you. And I'm just shuffling right now. I'm also going to get a message for the collective to start off with, but then I will get to people's questions if there are any. Okay, so we're going to do message for the collective right now. Spirit, let's get some cards out here from Spirit. Okay, we've got the Ace of Wands coming out. So there's some message here about some desire, some opportunity, something you might be thinking about starting. This is kind of what I'm getting. There's some message here about something that's been rolling around in your brain that you want to start. This could be anything that kind of lights you up. It could be a relationship. It could be some kind of endeavor. It could be a new career path. It could be a new hobby. It's anything that's in your head kind of rolling around that when you think about it, it lights you up a bit. You get excited. But this is just the energy, the potential of that. I don't see any development yet, but I will see what Spirit has to say about this. What else? What is this about the Ace of Spells, please, Spirit? Yeah, this is something, so we've got the Knight of Cups. So this is something that matters to your heart. So there's something rolling, whatever's been rolling around in your head, it not only kind of gets you feeling a little bit excited, but it lights up your heart, like it means something to your heart. Okay, and it's a Knight here. So we've got the energy present, we've got the potential here, but more than that, we've got sort of a message or a request almost from Spirit about actually taking action, because it's the Knight that has shown up. So this is like, yeah, you've got something going on in your head. You've been thinking about it, and Spirit is saying this thing that kind of lights you up in your spirit, but also in your heart, wants you to take some action towards it. Put out the offer, take the first step, whatever the case may be. What else, please, Spirit? So I'm just going to take a couple more cards for this collective message, and then we will answer some individual questions. Okay, so we've got the Queen of Swords that's come up. So what else Spirit wants you to do here is to think things through. Like, yes, maybe you have something in your head that you've been thinking about, and there's this invitation from Spirit to take action on it, but you also need to have discernment in this situation and think it through. Don't just run. You're meant to go after whatever this is. Whatever this is that's going to fill your heart. But don't just run after it because, don't be driven by your emotions, I guess, is what is coming. Go after what fills you up, but you need to have a balance between letting your emotions drive you and also thinking things through and having some discernment in the situation, being smart about it. Why is this Queen of Swords here? Could you clarify this Queen of Swords, please, Spirit? Okay. Here, see, more swords energy. It's the Ace of Swords. So this is telling me there's something about this situation that maybe you haven't realized yet. So it does require some more thought, because there's something you're going to realize about whatever this is for you. There's something you need to know, you need to understand, you need to have some clarity about before you fully move towards it. What is this Ace of Swords, please, Spirit? So we got the Five of Wands, and it came out in reverse. So this has to do with the environment, or possibly other people. Again, this is right now, this is collective, so I'm not going to get too specific, but this is talking about you need to consider or have some kind of realization about the environment of whatever this is for you. So this could be, when I say environment, this could be other people. This could be, this actually, honestly, this feels like timing to me. Something about timing, like maybe, for example, if this was like about going after something that had anything to do with career or business, this is just an example. You can apply it to whatever this is for you. It's like looking at the demand. You know what I mean? Looking at the demand in the situation, and what's the right timing so that you could have the biggest demand for whatever you're putting out there. And there can be fluctuations and that kind of stuff. So I think Spirit just looking at your competition. But I feel like some of you, there's something about timing here, and you're going to realize you're going to slide perfectly into whatever this is, like timing wise. There's like a perfect time here. It's not like a specific day. This time period will be probably wide, but just feel like you need to think this through so you can think about timing and when is the right time to move forward and take this action that this Knight of Visions has come forward asking you to take. So you got to think this through and think about timing and think about the environment that you're in some way. Like I said, this could be other people. It could be anything, just whatever the environment is. Okay. So I think that's probably enough for the collective energy. I'm going to see if there's any questions here that I can answer. So I've got, and you'll have to forgive me, I am, like I said, if you missed it at the beginning, this is my first time going live. I can see comments, but I'm not sure how to see all of them. So if I don't answer your question, you can post it again. And if I don't get to it this time, then, maybe next time. So, and I'm just going to be pulling a few cards, so I can probably get to quite a few. So let's see. So this is for whoever asked, does my ex think about returning? Returning to me, I'm guessing that's saying. Okay, so let's answer that question. And I don't know how to say your identity name there. Is it Pavel Diana? In any case, so Spirit, please, for this person who is asking, does my ex think about returning to me? Does my ex think about returning, please? For this person who has just asked that question, Spirit, does my ex think about returning? Does their ex think about returning, please? Spirit. Does their ex think about returning? Okay, look, the Queen of Swords just came out again. So this is a consideration. There's discernment. Your ex here is, I think they're weighing. There's a logical, the way that they think about this question about returning, they're applying logic and discernment to it. So this feels like they may have a bit of a cold energy, to be honest, towards this idea of returning. But there is consideration here. This is a thinking energy. So there is a consideration here. It's just, it feels like they're not sure, and there's logical reasons why they're not sure, and it does feel a little bit cold. Does their ex think about returning to them, Spirit? Does their ex? Yeah, they feel like it would be risky. The Page of Wands has come out, and I think that they think that there's some, it's risky for some reason for them. What is this? What is this, Child of Spells? Yeah, the Ten of Cups has come out. So I think, I mean, I'm just going to be honest here. I think that they're not sure that it would end up in happiness. I think they're concerned that it's a risk. It's a risk. They are thinking about it. So to answer your question, I think they're thinking about it, or they sometimes think about it, but I think that they're hesitant. And I think the reason why they're hesitant is because I think they're worried about that it's risky, that it would affect their happiness, or that they could have long-term happiness. So yeah, I think they're kind of protecting themselves a little bit here. Okay, I hope that helped. Let's see what else I can get. I'm just looking at the comments here. So there's someone here that's asked, returning to be lizard. I don't know what that means. I'm so sorry. So I think this is Tian Gampu. I am so sorry. I'm probably not pronouncing anything right. But I don't know what you mean by that question. I'm sorry. And okay, I am having some technical thing going on here. Okay, no, this is good. There, I think I got it straightened out. Sorry. Okay, let's keep going. Any other questions, please just you go ahead and post them. And maybe I'll see what else there is here. And I might actually just pause here a little bit. I'll stay online. I'm not sure if I should tap back into that collective energy that was here earlier. I feel like that is kind of done. Okay, go ahead. You can ask any question you like if you're here. I see people coming in and out. So if you asked a question but then you had to pop out, you can always come back and check later and see if I answered it, because I may not see your comment right away. Oh, hey, hi. Okay, I see someone saying, ma'am, please my reading. What reading would you like? Let me know. I'm not sure. How am I? I'm good. I'm excited. You know, I felt like this spur of the moment decision just to do live readings. And to be honest with you, part of the reason for that, why I like this idea of doing live readings, is because these general collective readings on YouTube, you can tap into collective energy very well through tarot. But to answer really specific questions in a general format, when there's so many so many people's energy coming into the reading, it's really hard to do. So I feel like it's more effective doing something like this where you can answer individual questions. Let's see. Okay. I'm just reading a comment here. Okay, somebody here. So this is Luma 18. Okay, so asking about your twin flame. Okay, so there's somebody you already met. You fell in love with them. Still thinking about them. And they're much younger. Okay. So it looks like the question that you have is, do you have a twin flame? Is that the question? Well, that's what I'm going to ask for you, and we'll see if a younger energy comes up or not. It's probably based on your question what I can see what would make the most sense. So let's see, please, Spirit. This is for Luma here. Please, Spirit, this person who's just asked about their twin flame and is talking about this younger person that they've fallen in love with. Can we, you know what I'll ask for you? Is this younger person your twin flame? You can have more than one twin flame, though. That's the problem. So let's ask this. Please, Spirit, for this person who's asking about their twin flame and this younger person that they've met, that they've fallen in love with, can we just get some guidance for that particular connection? That's what I'll do for you first. What is the guidance for this person, Spirit? And this younger person that they've fallen in love with, guidance for that person and that connection, please, Spirit. What is the guidance for them? Okay, we've got Judgment. We've got Judgment. Hang on, I'm going to get another one before I say what I think that's saying. What is this message, please, for this person who's asking about their twin flame and the previous connection they had with this younger person that they've fallen in love with? What is the guidance for them? Yeah. So then you got the Five of Swords. Okay. So, I mean, I can see, I can feel, I think you said something like it feels like a curse. I can feel that here. There's this difficult energy here. And honestly, this Judgment card asks us, look, and we've got the Ace of Cups on the bottom. I love that for you. Okay. But the Ace of Cups is a new energy. So Judgment asks us to look at our past. And they ask us to come into to reconcile parts of our past so that we can move forward. And there's a lot of wisdom in this energy here that has come forward. Here it's the Council of Animals, but it's the Judgment card in a traditional tarot. So I think what Spirit is asking you, there's conflict here. You've got conflict from your past that's still affecting you right now. It feels like a battle, maybe battling with yourself. But Spirit's asking you to like come to terms with where you're at and what's happened. You might need to find some acceptance. I feel like that's, accepting that things have gone the way that they have. You can't change it. And because with this Five of Swords coming up, I feel like this main message here, Spirit wants you to find some peace with what's happened. And the Ace of Cups is a new energy. It's an offer of love. It feels new to me, but I'm going to clarify. Can you clarify this Ace of Visions, please, for this person, Spirit? Yeah. The Queen of Pentacles has come through. So that's a female energy. It's a very nurturing one. This is a, obviously, if we were going to, astrologically, it would be an earth sign, but this is a very nurturing, kind, like someone with like the kind of feminine energy, like it's like Taurus energy, where someone will take care of you, not in a codependent or unhealthy way, but just is like generous in nature and just takes care of the people that they love. Can you clarify this Ace of Cups, please? So, yeah, let's get this. What else for this Ace of Cups for this person, Spirit? Yeah. And there's the King of Swords. You know what I'm getting with this is like, because we had that Five of Swords before. So in this energy here with the Five of Swords, you're not thinking clearly, There's like some kind of big mental battle going on here. And now if you can reconcile the past and come to acceptance and find some peace, and unfortunately, you know, like acceptance, sometimes with acceptance it means letting go, but I feel like it's blocking you from any having an open heart towards any new love that could come into your life. So it really feels like something you have to deal with, okay? And but then there's this really clear thinking, like I think everything will make sense. That's what this feels like. It feels like at some point everything will just make sense about what you've been through and who actually is the right partner for you. Okay. So this, you know, honestly, it feels like maybe there is some karmic reason for why you fell in love. There probably is, you know, there usually is, for why you fell in love with this person, but it does feel like uh, who is a better match for you is in your future, not in your past. Okay, I hope that helped. Okay, let's see. I think I'm just going to do one more. You guys, I'm just going to keep this a little bit short just because it's my first time going live. And really, I mean, I don't want to be doing this for hours anyway. So I think I'll do one more and then maybe the next one I'll do a little longer. I will be doing these regularly and I will post on my community page, okay? So if you are a subscriber, you'll see that on my community page. I may come up with a regular schedule for doing lives. I'm not sure yet, but just you can stay posted. Okay, so yes, of course. Oh gosh, I feel so bad. I can't remember your first name offhand. Autumnal Mountains. I know your name. I just forget it. But of course, I can pull a card for you about your relationship. Absolutely. Okay, please, Spirit, for her relationship. Can we have a card, please? I'm just going to do a good shuffle here. I kind of feel like with the last couple ones I did, we just need to shuffle out some energy here. Let me do that for you. Okay. Okay, Spirit. Can we please have a card for her relationship? One card to give her some information about her relationship, please, Spirit. Okay. So I'm going to pull two, okay, because I'm not sure it flipped, but it kind of sat like this. I don't know if it was meant to come out in reverse or not, but this is the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, one more, please. Clarify this Knight of Pentacles, Spirit. Clarify this Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, this one come back out. Okay, both, you got the Knight and Queen here of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles is like a slow-moving, doing things the right way kind of energy. It's not like, so in terms of a relationship, this feels like the message I am getting is not, if there is a lack in like passion or like things aren't moving really fast enough, it feels like they're not moving fast enough, things don't feel passionate enough, you know, that sort of thing. This message here is talking about like an energy that's much more solid, especially with this Queen of Pentacles coming out. It feels like the message here about this relationship is that it's meant to move a little bit slower. It's meant to build a really solid foundation with all this earth energy coming out. It's meant to maybe be grounding in some ways for you, actually. Because maybe this slow, I don't know if that's what's going on. If things feel slow or stalled, or there's the pace of something here. But I feel like that's kind of the way that it's supposed to be, and for probably a good reason. But yes, I think this kind of this feels solid, to be honest. This feels solid. This is a good, and I like to see this kind of an energy in a relationship. It's just that it's slower. And sometimes when we're in a relationship, we want fireworks. and and especially if there were fireworks at one point and you kind of get over the honeymoon phase, things can feel slow, but this feels solid. This just feels like something slow is being built, but it's being built, and it's being built in a way where it potentially could last. But the Queen of Pentacles coming out also tells me that it might need nurturing as well, you know? So it's kind of like slow and steady wins the race. Do things the right way. Okay? I think that's most of what has come through there. So I hope that that helped. Okay, everybody, thanks for joining me on this live. And again, stay tuned for future live readings. Have a beautiful day.